What's up YouTube? So in today's video, I will be giving you some of the science-based techniques that you can add into your home workout, which can help you to maximize your gains at home. But a lot of people think that they can't build muscles at home, but this is absolutely not true. So I will give you a clarification of how it works. So basically, whether you are following your workout at home or you are working out at gym, both of these workouts follow under the category of resistance training. So the idea of the resistance training is to provide enough tension to your muscles so that you create micro tears in your muscles and stimulate the protein synthesis over there. So when you rest and recover, your muscles will grow in size and regenerate itself. So when you are working out at the gym, you provide this resistance using the external loads, that is the dumbbells and barbells. But when you are working out at the home, you have to provide this similar kind of resistance using your own body weight or any equipment that you have at the home, whether it's light or heavy, it's up to you. But you have to provide enough resistance or enough tension to your muscles so that you can stimulate the muscle growth and activate the protein synthesis over the region. So if you're not able to provide enough tension or resistance to your home workouts, or if your body is used to the light weights that you are working out at home, you won't see any muscular gains. So you have to strategize your home workout such that you provide enough tension or enough resistance to your muscles using the light weights that you have at the home or even without any weights. So if you are facing any of these problems, I will be giving you some of the techniques which you can add to your home workout immediately to see the muscular growth by providing enough tension so that you stimulate your muscles with each of the exercises that you are intended to do. So I will be explaining you these techniques with the help of 3 exercises. One would be the push-ups, second one would be for the lower body, that is the squats, and the third one would be the pull movement, that is the pull-ups. So I will be giving you the example how to apply these techniques into these exercises so that you get a good idea and you will be able to apply them to the other exercises that you are following at home. So let's start this video and explore all the techniques which will help you to gain muscles at home. So the first technique which we have to discuss is the pause reps. So here you have to pause between the different phases of a single exercise. That is, once you are done with the concentric phase, you have to hold there and pause for some time, and then you have to continue with the eccentric phase. So if you consider a push-up, while you go down, as you lower down completely, you have to hold there for some time and then you have to come up. So in this way, you will see that you will have a better muscle activation and you won't use the momentum to complete your reps. So this will ensure that most of your muscle fibers get involved in the workout and you're not just focusing on the movement, but you're feeling your muscles and activating them as you complete the reps. You will see that your rep count might reduce when you are performing these kind of pause reps, but I can guarantee you that the time under tension for the intended muscles which you are working out for will increase at a higher rate. And this will help you for a better activation of the muscle fibers and stimulate their muscle growth. So the next technique which we have to discuss is to slow down your eccentric phase. That is the phase when your muscles are lengthening. So there is scientific research that eccentric phase provides more muscular damage as compared to the concentric phase. And the fatigue resistance of the eccentric phase is higher as compared to the concentric phase. So this will help you to add more volume into workout even if you are slowing down your eccentric phase. So more muscular damage means more micro tears into your muscles. So this will stimulate the growth once you recover and regenerate your muscles at that region. And it's not difficult to slow down your eccentric phase even with the body weight exercise. You have to consider that if you are performing this kind of workout, you will have much more muscle soreness as compared to your normal workout because you are slowing down the eccentric phase here and you will have much more damage in your muscles. So it will take time to recover. So your recovery strategy should be perfect if you are performing this kind of workouts. So we will be slowing down the eccentric phase to 4 seconds and we will be performing the concentric phase for 2 seconds. So it's not necessary that you have to stick to 4 seconds, but as you get more experience, then you can gradually increase your time into eccentric phase. But it's necessary that you work on your recovery strategy also, because the more you increase your time, the more soreness it will provide. So you have to take care of that also while you are working on this lowering of the eccentric phase. So one more sub technique which you can add under this one will help you to increase your light weights into heavy one without adding any plates. So what you have to do is here, you have to perform an isometric hold for the intended muscle till failure. So you have to pre-fatigue these muscles and then move on to the exercises with the lightweight dumbbells that you have, and you will feel that immediately even the lightweight will feel heavier for you because you have already fatigued your muscles with the isometric. So let's see how it's done. So the next technique would be 1.5 reps or pause reps. So this will provide more tension to your muscles since you will be hanging around in the most difficult phase of the exercises for some time, and then you will be coming back to the starting phase. So with 1.5 reps, you will perform single rep and you will be hanging around for the half reps, and then you will come back to the starting phase. So in case of the pulse reps, you will finish one phase of the exercises and then pulsate there in the most difficult phase of the exercises and then come back to the starting phase of the exercise. So in this way, you will see that even the normal exercises would become difficult for you and more challenging for your muscles to complete the intended number of reps. And with each rep, you will be getting twice or thrice amount of tension as compared to the normal tempo routine that you follow. So the next technique here is to perform the drop sets. So in the gym, we perform this drop sets by starting with the heavier loads, and we keep on reducing the loads and continue the exercises without any rest. So we can push the burn and still work on that muscle. But at home, we don't have the variety of weights to move from the heavier weights to lighter weights. So we have to think strategically here. We have to combine the difficulty of the exercises for our drop sets. So we have to design strategically. So we will start with the most difficult exercises for the particular group of muscles, and then as we move on, we will reduce the intensity of the exercises by moving on to the easier exercises but still working on our muscles without any rest in between. I will be giving you the examples to give you more clarity about this. Technique is the supersets, where we will be performing the exercises back to back without any rest so that we create a good amount of metabolic stress, which is also a key component when it comes to hypertrophy of the muscles. That is when it comes to gain the muscular size. there is a good scientific backing which considers metabolic stress as a key component for muscle hypertrophy. With supersets, it will not only work on your hypertrophy, but it will also help you to build your strength, endurance and conditioning of your heart, since we won't be taking any rest in between the exercises till we complete the whole circuit. So with the bodyweight exercises, you have to think very precisely when you design the supersets, because we are not only performing the exercises without any rest, but we also have to provide enough tension to the muscles when you are working out. So you have to choose the difficulty of the exercises accordingly. To make it a bit simpler, I will be giving you 3 ideas which you can follow when you design your own metabolic or superset workouts. So the first one would be to switch between the upper and lower body. So first we will do the upper body workout and then we will move on to the lower body workout. And in this kind of cycle you can complete the whole workout. So the next technique would be to pairing the antagonist and agonist muscles. So the agonist muscle is the prime mover of the exercises, that is the main muscles that is working for the exercises, and the antagonist is the stabilizing muscles that is stabilizing through that movement. So first we will be working on the agonist, and then without rest we will move on to the antagonist muscles for that workout. So if you are doing the chest workout, then we will move on to the back workout. Similarly, if you are going for the quadriceps workout, then the next workout will be for the hamstring. So you won't get any rest in between, but we will be pushing through the complete circuit till we complete the whole workout routine. The next technique would be to combine the plyometric workouts and the strength workout. So here we will start with the plyometric workout, which would be very explosive and work on your fast twitch muscle fibers. And then we will move on to the strength phase of the workout, which will also hit the same muscle group that we hit during the plyometric workouts. But with the strength phase, we will choose the exercises which was very easier for you when you started from the rest. So you will see that even the normal strength workout that you are performing with the body weights would start feeling a bit difficult when you perform it after doing the plyometrics and provide enough tension for your muscles to stimulate the group. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you got to learn a lot of new techniques that you can add to your home workouts to provide more tension into your muscle and stimulate your muscle growth. So do add this into your home workout routine and comment below how it felt for you, and we will meet in the next video.